Euro Kiwi, bit of a disaster here. Holy, okay, I gotta clean all this up. So move all these over here. These Kiwi pairs, like these Kiwi crosses, Aussie Kiwi, Euro Kiwi, Pound Kiwi, especially Aussie Kiwi, but it's pretty flat. This one's not as bad. This one moves pretty good, and its monthly range is easily 600 pips, probably about 650, which is what I have marked right now. So we're good to go on that, but what we don't know is the direction. So right now price is bullish, it's above this moving average, and it did create some support here, but it looks to be breaking it. Doesn't look great. So you can see price rejected this zone a few times, very similar to Euro Aussie, so that we looked at earlier. So we have to figure out a couple things. So do we want to focus on, trend switching sides possibly and heading, bearish? Or do we want to continue looking at this from a bullish perspective, because it is above the daily and the weekly moving average, so technically is still bullish based on that, but is the trend changing? So we don't really know. Looking at this is really weird. So price, massive bullish monthly candle back in April, and then just cannot break higher. We got big wicks here, wick. You got a bunch of previous wicks here back in 2020. So like price does not really close above 178 on the monthly. So that tells me that it might want to switch directions. And yes, there's wicks on this side too, demonstrating that there's somewhat support, but at the same time price had a ton of bullish momentum and now is unable to break higher. So it's more than likely switching trends versus just finding support, because it already had the momentum. So now the momentum must be gone if it's not going higher, because the momentum was already here. So something took it away. It's clearly at a price that it just doesn't want to be above. So something like, you can just see in the zone how many times it's been rejected. So might want to switch directions. So based on that, and again, we don't have to take any trades we don't want to. That's the best thing about trading, is you can just wait, and wait a little bit longer if you need to. So we don't need to take a trade on this, but we can definitely watch it and observe and see if there's anything worth taking later on. So I'm personally going to take a trend, switching stance. So I think this is going to go a bit bearish, and I think it's going to break this area here and head lower. So in order for me to position myself for that, what I got to do is move these, and I'm going to suggest that my monthly high is around 179, and then we'll just even these out here. So I'm theorizing this a little bit, but we got 172.5 down here. That's our monthly low. And then what we're going to look for is, I'm going to adjust this zone and bring the zone down a little bit. So something like this. So I want to see price come back up to here and retouch this zone and get rejected again, and then enter a short position down to the monthly low range, so about full 650 pips. And so all I'm going to do is just wait and see. Now if price starts breaking lower, it's still got this zone here it's got to beat, and by then it's kind of pretty close to the monthly low, so it might not be worth getting in at that point. But so this is based on a lot of ifs. So if price comes back up to this zone, and if it gets rejected, then I'm going to look for an entry. I'm going to put my stop just above this zone, kind of probably if it creates a bunch of wicks in this zone, I'll put this stop just above those wicks. I want it above all the wicks. I don't want any chance of price coming back up and retesting its old high and then stopping me out. So I would set my stop just above this zone, and then I would drop it down time frames and make sure price is crossing back over. So on the downside, so I want price to come up to this zone or very close to this zone, reject it, just like these candles did. These are very nice rejecting candles. And then I want price to break below this 4-hour moving average, just like it is now, but I want it to do it again like over here. So same with the 1 hour. I want it to cross back over downwards on those moving averages, so I know the momentum is dying down, the bullish momentum at least is dying down, and then the bears are entering the market, so I can enter a short position and hopefully be profitable. So that's my take on Euro Kiwi. You're gonna have to wait a little bit. I mean, it's the very start of the month, so totally normal. And that's it. That's Euro Kiwi.